All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. That guy's Garland. And I should say, I am back.
You
I
back.
mean, it's been a while. I want to thank Jaquira for filling in. Did I get that right, Jaquira?
Jakira. Yeah,
Jakira. I want to thank Jakira for filling
Jakira.
in a couple weeks ago. So
JQ.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. My guy Garland holding it down while I was out. Now we're back. We both missed last week, but we're here to discuss two episodes of The Shy, which would be the season premiere and episode 2, and then 2 episodes of P Valley. But anyway, what's going on, Garland? How you doing?
Man, feeling great, man. It's just we still in a crazy world, man. Prayers and thoughts are going out to the victims of the shooting in Highland Park that happened yesterday, and was just listening to the broadcast of the news conference for that, and this person's facing some serious charges. But you know, until we ban assault rifles, I don't know what's going to happen, what's going to take place, and so yeah, some serious stuff going on.
Yeah, serious stuff, and somehow they were able to take him alive. But that's a whole
Right.
nother story. Whole nother story. Hey man, I went on vacation for a little while and brought back a lot of souvenirs from some great places. But one of the things I did bring back was COVID, which kept me down for a little while. And
Did
Garland
you
was
get a
calling
gift
me like,
receipt with it?
yeah, Garland was calling me like, you good, you good, you ready? I was like, ignoring him because I was
Right.
sick. I couldn't even answer. Didn't
I
even.
started to get nervous. I was like, did he get a deal and he ain't tell me he got a deal for all things black and he just trying to disappear? What's
No,
going on? I
man,
went to the
it
Lord.
was.
I was like, God, can you tell me in the spirit what's going on with Calvin? And I heard the spirit say he got COVID. And I was like, oh, okay. I just let him tell me himself.
Hey man, but I'm back. I'm pretty much over it. You might hear a little coughing and a little congestion here, but other than that, I'm still over it. But we got 4 episodes to talk about. You know what? No need to
Yeah,
talk
let's get
about
into
my
it.
mishaps. Let's jump right into it.
We're gonna start, and you see, I'm the ghost of Ronnie, so we're gonna start with the Shy, y'all. And I, I'm just gonna go straight into it, Calvin. I don't know what to say about this season in these 2 episodes. This is just some pure D mess. This is it's like it's like Lena White and the writers just ignored the first 4 seasons of the show and just made up something totally new. I'm like I'm looking at it and I'm like they didn't even go back to any of last year's storylines to build them. It's just a whole bunch of new mess. It's mess. It just I'm like, yo, I'm glad. I hope this is the last season. Please, Showtime. Please, Viacom. Let me be the person who decides on these shows. Because the Shy, no, no. Okay, so let's just start with this. Let's go ahead and start with the Emmett and Tiff storyline. Now, this one, I'm kind of pissed because she mad at Emmett, but Emmett ain't done nothing to her in the last 2 seasons. All Emmett has done is everything that she wanted to do. She wanted to be, in a little menage a freaky. She wanted to be in an open relationship. Emmett said, okay, I'll give it a try. Let's make a family. Let's buy get an apartment together. Emmett, he did that. But it's still not enough for old girl. That she gonna go with Iman Shumpert. And Calvin, explain this. Make it make sense, Calvin.
Well,
Make it make sense.
first of all, for everybody, someone say, "Hey, fellas, hey, how you doing?" Too, just want to speak
Hey,
to you. Make sure you, if you have any comments or anything you want to say, please put it in the chat. We definitely want to see it, and we'll respond as we can. We hope we get a whole lot of discussion here. Emmett and Tiff. So, actually, let me say this. The premiere episode actually was not that bad, so I was hopeful. Last weekend's episode it was all over the place, so I have no idea what's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this: if there is a such thing as a fuck girl, then Tiffany is absolutely a fuck girl. And it's not because of Emmett, because I see someone commenting he messed up too many times, and I definitely agree with that.
That was
Although
3 seasons ago.
I was just about to say, I'm one of them people that if you forgive me, then you got to forgive me wholeheartedly. Like you can't keep bringing that stuff up, or you just don't forgive me. Like make your decision. But I'm gonna move on to the new dude played by Mon Shumpert. I'm gonna move on to him. Even he trying to reel it in. He like, look here, shorty, you gotta make a decision, and she not trying to make a decision. Like you got two dudes that are trying to be loyal and faithful to you. And that's not what you want. And then if you remember when she was with Corey, I don't remember his character's name, but
Yeah, yeah,
last
yeah,
season
yeah.
when she was
Mm-hmm.
with Corey, he wasn't trying to be with her like that. He was just trying to hit, and she ain't seem to want that. So I don't know what Tiff wants.
No,
I don't even think Tiff knows what Tiff wants. You know what I
no,
mean?
no, KD Johnson. He slept with Lala a couple seasons ago, and she out here. She sleeping with everybody. So they went here and did the open relationship, and he's basically done everything she wanted. But it's still not enough to me. It's yo, the storyline is dumb. It's dumb because it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't match together. Yes, she's a mess. Thank you, Miss Sheila. She a mess, and you know, she out here slept with old boy. She just slept with old boy from last season. She about to sleep, and then the next thing. All right, let me get off the relationship piece. What happened to her little weed business? Remember, she had the
Well, that's
distribution.
yeah, that's what she would have Mon Shumpert for. Remember, he's like the plug. He's the weed plug. So I'm just assuming that she's still in the weed
Okay,
business with Lala because he's
where
the
where
plug.
Lala at? Because they were doing the infused food. Lala didn't disappear because we
Well,
got old boy out here, Darnell, trying to screw Jada for no
well,
damn reason.
yeah, I think Lala is off, getting her body contoured or whatever you want to
She
contoured,
getting
whatever
another
whatever you want to
BBL.
call it. She might be getting something else. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to wonder where she is too, because Lala's sleeping with Donnell and Donnell trying to get with Jada. Like it's they have a show of their own
Dog,
inside of
dog.
that little mess. But it's
Calvin,
interesting. At least they're interesting. At least they are
Calvin.
interesting.
All
At
right, let's
least their
go.
storyline is
You
interesting.
said the season premiere was good. All right, let's go
The season
back.
premiere wasn't bad. I don't know if I'm gonna say good. Let me just say wasn't bad because you gotta remember what I'm judging it off of. I'm judging it off of the last two shitty ass seasons, so it wasn't bad.
Thank you. Now let's go back. When did Jake start playing basketball?
Clearly, never.
Never.
Clearly, never.
I'm watching it and I'm like, when did Jake? And then this is the thing I can't figure out. Are they all in public school now? Is Jake and Frederica Douglass still in the private school? Or are just her and Jake the Snake still in private school? And everybody else is in public school? What is going what I
So let's start with Jake. Now, this is where the Shy, and I don't want to give it this starting point,
let me
but
put
this
on
is
my
one of
glasses
the
for
the
this because
things
this is
that the
making me mad.
Shy
I gotta read
gets
these comments. Go ahead.
the Shy gets a little unbelievable. So Jake lives in Chicago, home of the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan won 6 championships there. They had Derrick Rose there, who was Rookie of the Year,
Right.
and Jake
Calvin.
went on the court acting as if, just like Papa said, you think just because you black and you tall, you're supposed to automatically know how to play. You're trying out for the varsity basketball team. Like, where do they do that at? In what major city in America does anyone think they can just get on the court and it'll automatically come to them if you've never played before? Like, that is so unbelievable. I could not believe the Shy even wrote that in. I was just like, are you kidding me? And
Calvin.
here's another thing. There's literally no reason for them to have written that in. I'm watching
Right.
episode 2 and I'm thinking,
Why?
okay, maybe they're going to expand on his basketball. Maybe he's supposed to be trying harder, a la Michael Jordan, and I'm going to make the team.
No.
But he ain't said nothing else about basketball. So there was literally no reason for him to do that. Maybe they should have done it in soccer. Maybe they could, then that would have been a little more believable. Maybe he thought he could go out there and be a little soccer player or baseball or something. Basketball,
Calvin.
black people. Come on, bro.
They did it in the classic Shy. They mention it one episode, and then they're not gonna mention it for the rest of the season. He goes out for varsity, and then we get to the next episode, and it's no even reference to the fact that he went out for the team.
I just
Come, I mean, at least in Baltimore he had to play AAU. You know how we he had to do
BNBL when we was growing
BNBL
up.
at least or
But
something.
but
Come
you had
on,
to play AAU. You got to do something. And
Project Survival or
this is
something.
Chicago. This is Chicago. Chicago is a major feeding ground for
Ground for it,
basketball
and he
players. So
just got up
I
one
don't even
day and just
understand.
say, "I'm gonna play varsity."
I don't understand.
Cloverdale, yeah.
Cloverdale.
You know, Cloverdale. All right, y'all. Like
Or
he
down
down
the
the
garden.
dome.
You down the dome.
He
You
down the
play.
dome. Hey, y'all, I'm just gonna go play ball today. Where you
I
going? I'm
just
going down
don't.
the
I
dome.
I don't get it. And of course, Frederica Douglass, as we call her, because I'm
Uh-huh.
sick of her too.
She
Why is
got
she
turned
always
down.
philosophizing? Why is she always philosophizing? Well, why are you mad? Well, maybe you're mad because you're not really mad, but you think you're mad because you don't really want to be mad, but you think you should be mad. Like what? Woman, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't even
it's
like her. You know you cheated on Kevin with Jake, right? So
right.
you know you a jump off in their eyes, right? I just
No, no,
so
Miss Sheila. He was bad because he ain't never played basketball the last 4 seasons.
now I will give Frederica this. They are changing her hairstyle around, so she's
Yeah,
not
yeah, she's
Frederica
not.
Douglass. Yeah, because she was
Yeah,
definitely giving me with the little part in her hair. She was
yeah.
definitely giving me some Frederick Douglass. Which, by the way, if you remember, Frederick Douglass did leave his black wife for a white woman, so
Oh,
this
come
was
on,
kind of in
bro.
line with Frederick
Bro. Don't
Douglass.
don't do that to Frederick Douglass, bro. Don't do that to the line of Anacostia, bro. Come on, bro.
Google.com. All
Come
you gotta do
on,
is read it.
bro. Don't do that.
Anybody,
Don't do that to
anybody,
Frederick
anybody want to
Douglass.
read? Anybody want to read it? They can read it. I mean, you know,
And now
freedom
she
isn't
talking about
free.
she should have stayed with Kevin. Now, this the other part. Okay, so everybody, we now they just smoking. They smoking vapes in the house. They just, bro. All right, I'm just the whole storyline because the whole storyline initially was built around Kevin, Jake, and Papa.
I'm
This is what
yes,
the first
yes.
season, 2 seasons was built around, and they've introduced these other storylines that are just so whack and so transparent. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to mention one now. First of all, Victor, better known as Trig. Now, Victor, better known as Trig. Was a killer out here. And Imani was out here running game across the country. He pulling guns on people. But Imani, you left because you saw him on a video beating up a kid that killed Ronnie. That first of all, the Shy Police. Nobody reports crimes to the Shy Police. Nobody reports. Here's the kid who killed Ronnie, just walking around like, "Hey, what's going on? Anybody want something from Subway?
He killed
Anybody?"
Ronnie.
He killed
Remember, he
Ronnie.
killed Ronnie. He the one that got Jake in trouble. He stepped up to Jake when Jake was in the
Yeah.
wrong neighborhood. You know, like he don't we have a viewer that's his cousin or something? Like, I mean, we do. We do. The girl that
Yeah,
came
yeah,
on last
yeah,
night.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She knew
Or
him.
friend of
She
his
knew his
cousin or
cousin, a
something.
friend of
Yeah,
his
something
cousin.
like
But yeah, come on, man. And then the
that.
worst of
Now
all,
he in the youth program, and she looking at the dude that killed her man, and he just in the youth program.
right? He about to run.
wait, wait, and Trig, aka Victor. So his name is Victor, and
His
you
name
get
is
Trig
Victor. Call me
Victor.
Trig.
I just so and now so he's Victor, and now what's his name is Duda again. So now he's
Yeah,
Duda, and Trig is Victor, and Trig is running for office, and they trying to give Trig a girlfriend when everybody know that he was with Amani. Like
right.
what's going on? It's not like people don't. We
Bro.
know everybody know he was with Amani. Like
Right, where does other chick come from? Yeah, this gonna be your mask. This gonna be your mustache. We're gonna give you this chick, and she gonna act.
We we
And,
already know.
you know what? Before I go on, you make me laugh when you say Duda. You say Duda, like Duda.
Ain't that his name, Duda? Ain't that his name?
You gotta say it fast, Duda.
Duda. No, it was
Duda.
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 Cantown racist. Ain't that
Duda.
Cantown racist?
Can't
That's a
tell
Cantown
racist.
racist. Duda. Duda.
Duda. Can't tell racist. 5 miles long. All right. So I'm like, yo, come on, man. Duda, you've been gone for what they say, 6 weeks? 6 months.
No, they said 6 months. 6 months. Just 6 months.
The mayor from a major American city goes missing for 6 months. He comes back and it's just like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm
But
back.
that ain't even the worst part. The worst part is the dude that he beat up, beat his ass, almost killed him. Just gonna be like, well, maybe we should just hold the tape and he can
Yeah.
do what we want him to do. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. He just almost killed you.
You beat my ass. You going to jail. I don't care. I
I'd
don't
be
care.
like, Victor Trigg, whatever your name is, where's that tape? Where is it? Vic Trigg, whatever you are, where's the tape? Because
But now they homeboys. They cool now. Just I don't even know how that happened. But him and
yeah.
dude
Now
cool now.
him and
Look,
Trigg, it's
so
cool.
somebody is asking about the gangster that came with Duda. Did I
Yeah.
say it
Now
quick enough? Duda.
he came. Oh
Duda.
yeah, Duda. He came
Duda.
from now. Where Calvin? See, this is where I'm saying
Wait.
they reaching.
So this is where they lost me. If you
Yes.
remember the season prior to, he did kill the officer.
Yes.
Last season, they asked Duda where he was, and he said he told Trigg we had to get rid of him because he killed a cop. So the storyline does not match. See, they think we forgot that. I'm gonna have to find that episode. They think we forgot that. I remember that. They said we had to get rid of him.
Right,
Maybe
because
they were
he
just
killed.
saying
Because the cop from the first season had figured out
exactly.
who Duda was, and he killed him.
Exactly. Or maybe they were just saying they had to make a move on, but now he popping back up. But wait. Okay. So there are certain people that can come on to an episode or any show and really play gangster and it's believable. But this old ass going to sit there and be like, who's your daddy now? Like, bruh, you're not even scared. And that some like exactly the boogeyman. Who's the it's the boogeyman. Right? You the old man with boogies in your nose.
Right.
You just old, bruh. He not even scared. He looked frail.
So
He looked
yeah.
frail.
So I I just don't know what else to say about the shy, but I'm sorry, these first two episodes, I'm just punching holes all in it because it's like there are no storylines for you to really pay attention to because they're just making it up every week. It's like it's going these different places. The Tiff and Emmett storyline. First, you weren't with Shump, you was with the other guy last season. Where's that other guy? He's gone, but now you gone to him. You gone to Shump, and then Emmett. Are you running a business? You took the business from old dude. You just break out whenever you want and just turn the business over to whoever behind the counter. Where Lala at? She's supposed to be your partner in the back cooking. Darnell, he trying to screw your mother again.
What
And
what's
Keisha, thank you about Keisha going now. First of all, they show Lil Ronnie in the playpen. Why Lil Ronnie look like he's 30 years old sitting in the playpen with a bottle in his mouth?
don't do that because
Was
Ronnie,
it just me?
The real Ronnie was 30 and he looked like he's
Oh my
70.
God, I didn't have my Ronnie
So
mustache. I'll
it's
have it next
it's
time, y'all.
it's kind of clear. But wait a minute, let's talk about Keisha because I don't understand why Tiff don't see Keisha plotting. She like, I'm done with him. Here go Keisha.
Right,
You really done with him? Like you done
right.
with him? Like
Like I used to do it to him.
exactly. And when did they become best friends?
Right,
When did they become best friends? Because when they first met, if you remember, she opened the door and was like, "The fuck she doing here?"
right,
Tiffany did not want Keisha there,
right,
and now they best friends all of a sudden. Girl, you deserve to be happy, girl. I'm so happy for you about that. They're so phony. It's ridiculous. Listen,
right. They doing
I'm gonna
hair
start
together.
calling the shy is gonna start calling the shit because it's shit. It's awful, yo. It's awful.
It
I
is.
can't I
It
can't
is.
stand
It
how
is.
it
It
keeps
is.
jumping back and forth. Then we got Kevin's mother and father out there. I don't even know what's going on with Kevin's father because he coming in the room like you
Right.
said. He coming in the room and he got to smell the vape, but the only thing he want
Right.
to talk about is so y'all just gonna continue to be late for school. Y'all just gonna continue to be,
You
and
don't see Kevin sitting here smoking weed.
and
Here,
then
Mana.
he go over the
Thank you. We're
girl
gonna get to that in
house.
a minute.
He go over the girl house and he just all like so yeah, you don't need to be with Donnell, you need to be with Swade, who by the way is taking care. Ain't she supposed to be dying anyway? How she get
Right.
the highlights and stuff in her hair? I thought she was supposed to be dying.
And yeah,
What's going
well,
on?
in typical Shy fashion, we don't know what happened because it's a whole new season. So that means the cancer that she had last season, don't worry about that.
Is she
There's
in
no reference to
remission?
that. Ah,
There was a
Calvin,
whole episode about her crying and them taking care of her, and Emmett afraid he gonna lose his mommy, and Donnell
right? He
afraid
going
he
through,
gonna
think he
lose.
gonna lose his mother.
Yeah, I just don't understand. And Suede
Bro,
all loving it. Now she don't want Suede. She want Donnell. She literally said to Donnell, "Is that the only thing you can fix?" And Donnell was like, "I can fix that ass." Now Donnell did have the line of the
right.
season. You need to get rid of that appetizer and get with this full course meal.
Right. What he had Ruby Tuesdays or Fridays? You never know because you can get like 10 apps at Fridays. That thing will make a meal. You better stop playing.
I just,
Now,
yeah.
and we're about to close because we need to go to the real good show, P Valley. Jake and Trig Mama. First of all, Calvin, I I didn't even know they never even talked about Jake mother when Reggie was there. Remember, Reggie was the brother. Reggie was the brother who was looking out for him
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
first two seasons. And then Trig shows up in the third season. There was never any mention about parents or anything. Nothing. No references to parents. But all of a sudden, this woman shows up talking about, hey, baby, I'm back. Like she Damon Wilson from Sanford and Son.
It's funny you gave her an old school reference because when I thought she was Gertie from Good Times and she was going to offer them some dog food to eat because
Right.
sometimes she might eat dog food, but this is ground round. She would not give that to her friends to
Right.
eat
He would
for
not give
dinner.
it. I saved the ground round for me. Florida, I would never give you Alpo. I say that for me. The ground round.
And she did check him
I
out of
give them a
school.
press.
That's another thing. She just gonna come and check him out of school. And
Yeah,
first
she
of all,
how she get information slips. Calvin, she ain't been around for 4 seasons.
why Jake even go? Jake was just like,
Right.
I ain't seen you in forever. Like what? The checks and balances around the Shy are just first of all, the
Right.
school can do anything they want. Now they bringing PlayStations up in there. And now that he want to sponsor, he want to sponsor the kids to do the little gaming. And then, well, hold on. And I know we jumping all over the place because I keep just thinking of stuff. Now Kevin going to meet some old Lisa Bonet, Denise Huxtable type chick.
Right.
Do you believe in life in the stars? Do you want to go sometime and watch the stuff? I was literally like, Kevin, you need to run, bro, because she's weird.
Bro.
Get away from these weird chicks.
Yeah, Kevin, get away from the weirdos. Get away. Run, Kevin. You
Listen,
should have stayed with Maisha.
should have stayed with Maisha's a superstar now.
Right.
Maisha's a superstar. I thought, let me tell you what I actually thought. So I thought that the show was gonna turn into a musical because a little ways in, Jason Weaver started singing to his little dark skinned girl, "Dance with My Father" again, and like I don't
Bro,
understand how you see
what
the girl and you singing "Dance with Your Father." But whatever the case, I thought we were about to get a musical. Jason Weaver was going. get in there and get his thing going on. I thought we was about to get a verses, and then later on, somebody was in there rapping or something. So I thought we was about to have a little musical. But yeah, the shot is pretty bad, bro.
Yeah, the
It's
shy is.
pretty bad.
Hey, y'all, just tune in next week. We'll have more good commentary on the terribleness of this show. It's just so much stuff to go around. I
Somebody said last season they may have said Jada was in remission, and maybe they did, but it's so bad that I don't even remember it. All I remember is the lowlights of the
right.
highlights of the
I just
lowlights.
remember
So
she
I
was
don't.
going through. Emmett was
Yeah,
coming over there, looking after her. He's
yeah,
scared. Sway was over there trying to, pump her up and whatnot. And Darnell brought some chicken soup.
yeah. And Emmett got all his kids, and they all the same age. I thought they were all kind of different ages. They all seem to be the same age. But whatever, whatever.
Emmett and well, anyway. All right. Maybe Keisha
Anything
trying to
else on the
find the guy
shot?
that maybe Keisha trying to find the guy that had her. I know Ronnie killed him, but maybe she need to go back to the guy that had her locked in the basement for the whole season because
Or
I
maybe
don't.
she need to go back to the track coach. You know,
Right, the track coach. Uh, yeah. Did I
Z-
like Jada's hair?
yeah, she got the what aren't they called frosty tips? What they call frosty tips? No,
Frosty
you laughing?
tips.
I'm down. I'm
Yes,
dead
I'm just
ass.
laughing. My mother's a beautician. I just
I'm
laughed.
dead.
Yes,
Are they called
frosty
frosty
tips.
tips? Help me out, ladies. They call frosty
Frosty
tips.
tips.
I didn't.
She's very 1985.
I didn't know. Somebody said Donnell's Bluetooth is always consistent. You
It
remember
is.
Emmett looked at it was like, yo, let me get you some AirPods. And Donnell was like, nah,
Nah,
no,
son.
we good.
Nah,
We
nah,
good.
son. So it looks like, and we're gonna close on this. It looks like Emmett he's about to go celibate because D Ray. First of all,
D
this
Ray
D
was the
Ray
D Ray was the highlight of the show. D Ray had me crying laughing. He had me crying laughing. It didn't make
with
any
D
sense,
Ray. I
but
thought D Ray was playing Big Teak in P Valley. Cause that you can't tell me that's D Ray. D Ray put on some pounds to play Big Teak in P
yeah,
Valley.
he put on something. All right.
He put on. We about to talk about that in a minute. He got something put on him.
I'm not doing this with you tonight.
Oh. But anyway, man. Next week we see what happens if Emmett's going to be celibate or whatever. So P Valley, down in the valley where the girls get naked. All right. So last week we saw a lot of. I learned a new term, Calvin. Same gender loving. SGL, instead of saying, homosexual or bisexual, we could say same gender loving. There's a lot of same gender loving going on in last week's episode of P Valley. First of all, Mercedes and Farrah, Coach's wife. Now, first of all, let's say this about Coach. Why they try to do a bewitched to us, yo? Because the guy that's playing Coach this season was not Coach from the first season. But they ain't saying nothing, Calvin. They trying to do a bewitched to us. They trying to switch up Darren's. We knew when y'all switched. Y'all ain't never say nothing. Y'all went from Dick Sargent to the other Darren. Okay, y'all playing games with the coaches.
Listen,
Okay,
it's more. It's
I'm
so
sorry,
you giving it.
millennials. Google that.
You
Bewitched was a
giving it.
show.
Well, we'll move it up. We'll move it up to the millennials. They're doing that Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They're doing My Wife and Kids. They're actually also doing the line on the Jeffersons because we've gotten explanations from some of these other ones, but we've never gotten
Bro.
an explanation of how Lionel went from dark skin to light skin.
Right.
We've never gotten
Lionel
that
went from
explanation.
dark to light. So, bro, all right, so let's just start there. Y'all switched the coaches on this P Valley. Okay. Thank you, Katari Hall. You didn't say nothing, but we did recognize it. But all right, Farrah, she sends out the little thing like coach is gonna be there. But I'm convinced that Mercedes is for wifey. Mercedes ain't there for coach because Farrah getting all Mercedes attention. Mercedes is going ahead and she's SGL and she's same gender loving. So what you think about that, Calvin? The new relationship between Mercedes and Farrah?
well, she actually went there initially for coach, and $10,000, 10 G's. I mean, she actually went there for coach, but yeah, the wife got in there and help me out, y'all. Now
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning to look this up. I don't know why I haven't. Isn't the wife Farrah? Isn't that the girl from Belly? The same girl from A Brooklyn Tale? That's a little older. It looks just
It looks
like
like it, but
her.
it's not. It is
You sure?
not
You
this. Yeah,
positive?
it's. I'm
Okay, okay.
positive. I'm positive.
Okay, because I was looking at it, I thought it was her. But anyway, I think it is actually a great storyline because, it's bringing a little bit out more out of Mercedes than we've actually seen before. It's expanding her character beyond just being the number one stripper in the club, going to the oldest stripper in the club. Now it's expanding her. So now she's getting paid to do some strange lesbian things. I mean, and and
Mm,
and they're both very good looking women, and it's not
mm,
just it's not just raunchy. It's sensual. It's like they love each other. I'm actually
mm.
digging the storyline. I'm actually digging it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
digging
digging it too. I'm
it.
digging it.
I don't
I'm
be
digging
like
it.
that,
I'm looking at the
bro.
steps like, Paulie, you asleep? You resting, babe? I'm gonna go ahead and watch this late night baseball game and see
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
what
minute.
gonna happen. Hey,
Wait a
I'm gonna
minute.
tell you
I,
this.
I don't see the name because it says Facebook user. Who down here hollering shit 10,000? What's up with Farrah? Who that? Who said that?
Miss Sheila, you right. Coach Wife about to turn her out. She about to get turned out by
About to.
she
I think she got her.
she got like she put that wop on her. Now
Look, how about Farrah hit her with the you know I ain't never done this before, right?
right, I was like this, yo, like
you
stop,
know,
yo.
this is my first time, so go
Right.
be gentle.
As a matter of fact, Mercedes Cat probably was like,
Yo, it was so funny when her and the coach was getting into it. Mercedes turned around and looked up, and Farrah was next, and Mercedes was like, "Oh,
oh, oh,
well,
oh,
damn, bitch, you ain't tell me it was a party."
oh, damn, coach. Damn, replacement coach. I ain't know it was like this. Yo, the actress's name is Shamika Cotton, and this will really freak you out. She played the drug addicted mother to Michael Lee's character in The Wire. So you remember
Oh,
Michael's mother?
okay,
She was addicted
yeah,
to drug. Yeah, so she played the
yeah,
mother in The Wire to Michael, and so yeah, that's real crazy.
okay. I might
But
have seen that Lexington Markets at
you
something.
might have
Something.
no Pennsylvania Market. Let's get it right.
I don't go to
Lexington
Pennsylvania
Market is
Market.
Macedonia. Pennsylvania Market is hard
Yeah,
heroin.
I don't go to Pennsylvania Market. You need like
Bro, I
a
went to
scan card to get in that mug. I ain't going to that
I went to
mug.
Pennsylvania Market about a month ago. I don't know why. I had my parents with me one day. I'm like, oh, a little nostalgia. I'll take them by Pennsylvania Market. I
They
had
was
to
like, this
apologize to them.
this ain't the Pennsylvania Market we
Right?
know, Garland.
They were like, I was like, I'm sorry. It was like a pit bull, and they waiting for its owner, just sitting like right next to one of the chicken stands, like
Probably giving everybody the head nod. What's up,
right,
Tank?
like
What's up,
they like,
boo?
hey, Muffin. All right, anyway. So yeah, man. So we see. Let me get back to my list. Okay, murder. Excuse me, not murder. We didn't get to murder yet. Mercedes and Farrah. Okay, and then my boy Andre, he walks in on his wife swallowing the babies, and decides that he wants to. Why are you shaking your head?
Bruh, I
Don't shake
just
your head. Why are you shaking your head?
your references. Your references be way over the top. We would be banned in some countries.
So yeah, he walks in, and she's giving a little shiny shine, and then she gonna ask where his mask at. What? You swallowing babies, and you asking me where my mask at? You got a dental dam in your mouth? Where your dental dam at?
Y'all got my COVID flaring up.
what are you doing? So Andre say, well, that's all right. I'm running for mayor. So he go ahead and tell Haley, and Haley's got his back, and Andre is going to run for mayor. That's a little disappointment to come home and you hear a little.
But and the thing is, she just kept the hits coming. He like, I see you cheating, you sucking this dude off. I'm telling you, I'm running for mayor, and you telling me I'm dumb. You're gonna lose. Like, shouldn't you be trying to encourage me because I'm liable to beat your ass right now? Like, there should be some form of
Excuse me.
let me try to smooth this over. Oh, you're running for mayor. That'll be great. What do we need to do first? She was just like, that's so stupid. You're gonna lose.
She was like, that's so stupid. Hold on for a minute. You're not gonna win.
How did Okay, so just quick question, and no one has to answer this. You do not have to, let us know you've been in this situation. But this is what I don't understand. You get caught cheating. How you going to be trying to reason with, can I at least get my clothes? Get the fuck out of
What?
my house. Like, I couldn't believe he asked if he could get his clothes.
Yo, at least can I
You're
at
lucky
least get
you
a
leaving with your life.
can I at least get a warm rag, wipe myself off before I
Nah, bro.
leave?
You got to do that outside.
Oh,
You do all that
I
outside.
didn't finish. Can I at least anyway? All right. So Andre. But the biggest hookup of them all, Calvin, last week was our boy Lil Murder. Lil Murder, he running through all the dudes and the dudettes and the shim dudes. He running through them. Lil Murder. I knew this. Me and Jakira, warm rag, warm bullets. Me and Jakira predicted this the other week when we had the episode because we were seeing the little conversation on the steps outside in the hotel, and it looked like it was a little something extra between this conversation. They was remembering a little bit too much, that it was real personal and special in here.
Yep, you all did. I remember
Yeah, yeah,
seeing that. I
yeah.
remember,
We
yeah.
predicted like, yo, I'm getting the vibe that Murder and Teak was same gender loving. And sure enough, he told him, hey, look, let me get this rubber. At least they're using, they're doing safe sex, and Teak put the rubber on him. Wow. And Lil Murder murdered him. He murdered
Bro,
the buns.
so he when he put the rubber on him, all I could hear was, "Look, ma, no hands."
You talking about me?
I just kept hearing the Wale remix.
Right.
I just, I
He
just
put
kept.
as Teak was in prison. You can see that he learned a lot when he was in prison.
And they must keep it nostalgic because I'm sure Lil Murder and them got enough money to buy some lube, but they just like,
Right. God, you ain't got
bruh,
no KY in the
you in a
suitcase.
5-star hotel. Couldn't you call down and ask for some Vaseline or some butter or something?
Right. You can't run the store. You got no Astroglide in your toiletries bag. Come on now.
Wait, somebody said I was thinking the same thing. He was sitting in that windowsill like,
Yes.
I sang those little letters to your little friend Clifford. You ain't never write me no letters. You never write me no poems. And then he got up with an attitude and
Right.
left. Stomped off. He was
Murder like,
hurt.
man. Come on, man. What you talking
He
about,
was
man?
he was hurt. He was hurt.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
why D-Ray so mad? D-Ray, why you so mad?
That's what it is. I never get no postcard. You won't even buy no lube for me.
Right. You won't give me no lip. You just all unsanitary up in here and COVID spitting in my butt. Come on, man.
Yeah, but murder. You right, murder barely did open his eyes, but that's how it happened.
Yeah.
When you mess up with a woman, they just be standing there looking at you. Look at it. Look at this
Right.
motherfucker.
He turned over just like, hey. Yeah, you sending who's Clifford? That's what he hit him. Who's Clifford? Like that,
Imagine them two
yo.
big dudes fighting over murder. Murder be like, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Oh my god, but yeah, come on, y'all at least could have gave murder some lube. Y'all does murder just spitting COVID spit right up in people's
I
boobies.
mean,
So
I know they got Crisco down south or something. You know,
something.
man.
Oh my
Got
god. Get some
something
baby
down
oil or something next time. All right. Now let's get to last night's episode, or not last night, Sunday night's episode of P Valley.
which, by the
Mhm.
way, let me go on record in saying Sunday night's episode of P Valley is probably the best P Valley episode they have had.
Okay,
And
I
I
can go
know it
with you on
wasn't
that
the
one.
traditional, but it was an amazingly well put together, well thought out, well executed episode.
I can go with you on that one. I mean, I think that um, the themes of domestic violence, colorism, and trauma were definitely very prevalent in the series. As a matter of fact, when I was on Twitter a little earlier today, the showrunner and head writer and producer of the show, Katari Hall, she had a great Twitter thread about this, and she's talking about the abuse signs that were in that episode of P Valley, and for Keyshawn, her skin showcases the bruises of abuse, but there's a vast array of levels, and we see Keyshawn's, we see her navigate almost every single one, and so there's emotional abuse by the put down and the name calling, the economic abuse because the husband was controlling the money, and also the manager who was controlling the money as well. Sexual abuse, which is sometimes rape, but it also can include being treated as a sexual toy, because of her skin color and her exoticness to at least to the husband. She was treated in that sense. Using the children, which the husband did, controlling access and the messages through them, threats, using male privilege, intimidation, isolation, those different types of signs. And so, it was a very, I thought, a great episode. We saw the Puerto Rican princess, Jocelyn, in there. Jocelyn.
The Puerto Rican princess, bitches.
Right. Like, they definitely needed they definitely needed the translation lines. We needed, definitely to see what she was saying, because I didn't really understand what she was saying. I was like, let me put on the thing so I can see what she's saying, because I cannot pick up what she's saying. But I thought it was a great episode. I thought, really dealing with this thing of abuse, and that, Keyshawn, she's always had, even from her father, in the sense of the father not being a real father to her, really leaving it up to the stepmother, and the conflict she was having with the stepmother, and just really never feeling. Although we would think she had empowerment, because she's basically came up with the whole thing of the tour, and the lashes, and the thing with her and Little Murder, and this whole thing of this relationship, and that really sold this thing for both of them. She still was having to depend on others to try to live.
Yeah, man. It had so many different themes in it, and it actually had me look at Keyshawn a little different. And if you remember from the beginning of this season, and even towards the end of last season, they were talking about how Keyshawn is with this white man and she's being controlled, and they've kind of always questioned her loyalty and who she is. But when we notice, it had the Cinderella theme, as someone mentioned at the beginning. It had the Cinderella theme with the evil stepmother, who, by the way, the stepmother is a veteran actress that has
Yeah.
been in a lot of TV shows. And I apologize, I didn't look up her name. It shows and it actually shows the older sister, the prettier of the sisters, kind of being more of a friend to Keyshawn than the younger sister. She burns the younger sister's hair. I mean, we go through
Right.
everything with her. One of the most One of the staple scenes to me was when she was getting beat, and he put that on to her, and as a woman being dominated by this man, she had to accept this abuse, and the only thing she begged was just not my face, as in
Right.
let me continue to be able to make my money. You can burn me anyway. Imagine that kind of choice that you have to make. You have to make a choice of where your abuser is going to damage you. It was such a great episode. We, and as you mentioned, we see her coming in all the different phases, all the different ages. And you think she has it all together, but she absolutely does not. This man that's supposed to be her manager and told her in the last episode, I got you, I got
Right.
you, but he doesn't really have her. He's just trying to get some from her, and she was right about the deal. You go into a shoe deal when the hair deal's more worldwide. And I think at that minute, she knew that he's not quite the manager he says he is, because you would be fighting for that hair deal because that's where you're going to get more from. You want me to get some stripper shoes. We mentioned Jocelyn in there. They had a couple of the Love and Hip Hop girls in
Yeah,
there. They
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
Jessica Diamond's in there. They had
Mm-hmm.
the girl from Miami that was in there. She's kind of funny looking to me, but she was on there.
Right.
Even Jocelyn's lines you could barely understand, but she said they're always going to look at you like a whore. And that's exactly what happened with her manager, always looking at her like that. And then she has to go running back home to this white man who's nothing,
Right.
and then she was fed up when he was like, I got an interview. And she told him, you ain't going to get it. And that's what set him off. But she was fed up because he beat this child. And that's another thing we're seeing. We're seeing the children being beat by this man who feels less than nothing, who comes from a rich family that we can only assume must have cut him off because he was with Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he made her feel like a princess growing up, taking her to the ball, while you saw the contrast between that white ball and the black prom, the dancing and the
Right.
music being played and all. I mean, it was such an amazing episode, all narrated by Uncle Clifford, who didn't overpower the episode with the narration. It was just a
Mm-hmm.
great episode, man.
Great
It was just a
episode. Great
really good
episode.
episode.
Now, what did you think about the? She goes back. She tells Wody that Rome has the videotape of Teak and a little murder. He knows that little murder is gay, and he gives him a little fentanyl, and basically takes him out. And so that was
Well,
kind of
he
shocking as well.
and he had to kill him as soon as it's one thing if he's fucking Keyshawn over, because they can try to deal with that. But as soon as he knew he had that tape and he can expose Lil Murder at any time, he had to die. Like in my mind, I was like, he's got to go. But the
Right.
way he killed him, let's talk about some old Jordan Peele mystery
Right.
scary movie type stuff. I mean, dude is dying and he's literally just looking at him. How you want to be bad? How you want to die?
Right.
You get to make a choice. I mean, it was airy. It was well deserved. I mean, it gave him so much power as a character. So now we're looking at his character a little different, where the guy told Keyshawn, I'm gonna always take care of you. Nah. Little Murder's manager is always gonna take care of
Right.
him. That's how you handle the problem. It was such a good episode, man.
Good
And then
episode.
he just
Good
walked
episode.
off on him. He just dropped the mic on him,
Right.
dropped the fentanyl on him, just walked off on him.
But I
Such a
mean,
good
but
episode.
when he came in the suite though, I'm like, what type of party is this? They getting Bucky up in here. Like, oh my
Bruh,
god, there's a lot of little
bruh.
stuff going on. I was like, all right, Rome. All right,
Really good
Rome.
episode. Really
Good
good episode.
episode. Good episode. And
I
so
really enjoyed that. I'm
that's
enjoying
all we
P
got.
Valley. I'm
Yeah, I
enjoying P
think P
Valley anyway.
Valley. All those had a several episodes start before the Shy. All right. We're going to give the Shy a little bit to catch up. We'll see what happens with the
I
Shy. We're
mean,
not going to totally write it off yet.
listen, we ain't never gonna write it off. We're gonna talk about it, but then we're gonna talk about it. Like
Right.
it's just gonna get it all. Somebody mentioned the wink that he gave him when he was dying.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so clutch. Cause that wink, you're supposed to die. And he gave him that wink, son. And he just walked off.
Mm-hmm.
Mic drop.
So
My
I'm trying to think. Did Wody did he snort the fentanyl too?
No, so so when the dude put out the two lines of the fentanyl, he kind of
Mm-hmm.
covered that up and he snorted one of the other lines that was
Okay.
already on the
On
table.
the
And I'm
table. Oh,
surprised
okay.
he didn't see that because I thought he was
Right.
going to be like, "Yo, what are you doing? You trying to kill me or something?" I thought he was
Right.
going to see it, and
Right.
he ain't see it. He ain't
Right.
see it,
So
so he got
so we're gonna see what happened next. Down in the valley. The girls getting naked.
1, 2, break them. 3, 4, break them. Hey, that's first of all, the music is always hot in the episodes. It's always
Music's
hot.
always good.
Um, somebody mentioned that's the only time we saw him smile was when Jocelyn came in, and it was the only time we've actually ever seen him smile, except when he
Mm-hmm.
met up with his boyfriend after he got out of jail. When he met up with his little boyfriend, little murder,
Little Murder,
So,
he was smiling in, and then when he was using no hands on Little Murder, he was smiling in too.
bruh. Hey man, we got all four of these in. I mean, it was good, man. We got all four of these in. It's pretty good. Hey,
But
you got
wait, with the
any
go up. Go
any
ahead.
closing thoughts on any of this?
Like I said, we're man, we're just like a country at a crossroads. I mean, we mass shootings, overturning Roe versus Wade, war, inflation, all of these different things. I think we just have to just keep on holding on to what you believe in, keep your faith, keep stay on your knees, keep your eyes on the prize. Just try to stay as centered and as grounded as we can because there's a lot of turmoil going on, and it's easy to knock people off of your stride, off of your goals, off of your focus. And I just want to encourage anybody that's looking at these things just to hold fast, stay strong, and just like we made it through the other stuff, we'll make it through this.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer now. Make sure you wear your mask because COVID is still around.
Oh
Real
my.
quick. Real quick, and I won't keep you all too
Hmm.
long. And my little closing thought is actually going to have to do with P Valley. Right after the episode where Murder and his boy got it in, I saw a whole lot of, oh man, I'm sick of this show pushing the agenda and
Right.
why are they showing that? It was so shocking. I don't think I can watch it anymore. To each his own. I'm not judging anyone for what they don't want to and don't want to see, but you're really closing yourself out to a show that is really good because of some hangups that you may have. Now, granted, you may not like to see men being together. And I'm not running to see men be together all the time, but it's a part of the show. Uncle Clifford is a main character of the show. So you have to expect at some point he's going to be involved in some sexual scenes, which he has been. So now it's his boyfriend that was involved in some sexual scenes. We're going to see that. We see women all the time doing it. I guess it's normalized for women, so you don't feel the same way. We see a whole lot of things that are shocking. There's a lot of killings that we see on TV. We see people
Right.
getting ripped to shreds, blown up, getting
Right.
beat, getting hit. We just saw Keyshawn getting beat up by her boifriend. I didn't hear anyone saying, "Oh, I got to stop
Nobody was
watching
upset
it
about that one.
because of that." Exactly. So, this is entertainment. And my daughter put out a meme that said she's it's I'm sick of people talking about that because growing up we had the Cosbys, we had the Jeffersons, we had different world, we had all these prominent black people, and some of y'all still out here smoking weed, ain't doing nothing with your life. So don't tell me that TV is influencing you because clearly
Amen.
it ain't.
True.
It's just like people get a grip. This is not reality. It's fantasy, it's entertainment. And again, I'm not judging anyone. You can like what you like, you can watch what you watch, but I'm not a big person in believing that someone is trying to put your narrative because you've seen a scene that you don't like. If you think there's a gay narrative out here, newsflash, there are gay people out here. There are always going to be gay people out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's happening. Like, I mean, you know, you probably got family members that are gay. You want to disown them? Well, you might. But anyway, I'll keep it at that. I'm not going to get into your business too much.
Yeah.
But hey, again, we got through in under an hour, 4 episodes. Our closing thoughts. We gave you an introduction. We got it all. You all joined us and participated. This was amazing. thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you for going through my coughing and my, because y'all was, like I said, y'all was flaring up some of my COVID sometime. Hey, don't forget, we got our sports podcast that comes out either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whenever day we decide to release it. But it's one of them
Whenever
days
Calvin
over the
returns
weekend.
my text.
Yeah, it's one of them days over the weekend. We get it out there. It's actually really good. We have gotten enough subscribers where we can get some sponsors now. So now we're looking for some sponsors, but that does not mean we don't want you to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, you rate it, you talk about it. You can send us messages, but just make sure you listen and support us. That will come out on Fridays. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on
ATB
Anchor.
presents
Yeah,
Fanboys. If you're looking for it,
ATB
ATB
presents
presents
Fanboys.
Fanboys.
And as far as this goes, the broadcast, you will see us next Monday when we talk about the next episode of The Shy and
Yeah,
P
Calvin,
Valley,
I
because
saw a
we are
message. They
doing double
said,
duty.
you think they're gonna be able to do this in an hour? And we were like, watch this.
Yo, it's so funny. I've been sending people messages. They've been like, so you had a good time on your trip? I was like, yeah, I had a good time on my trip. And I didn't get sick till I got home, which means COVID was sitting inside of me and I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go home and go back to work. Watch this.
Exactly. Watch this.
Hey, man, thank you all for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. We want you to continue to support us. This is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. That is my guy, Garland. And we will see you all later. Have a good one,
Peace.
guys.